Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another Heavy Metal Diecast video and another one of our 172nd Armour video reviews. And today we've got another anti-aircraft tank by the Germans, of course. It is the Flakpanzer for Wirbelwind, or Whirlwind, as that translates to English. And this was a German anti-aircraft tank used during World War II, made from repaired Panzer IV chassis, of course. And they were developed to succeed the earlier Wirbelwind, as we did that little review on that one earlier as well. It was produced between 1944 to 1945, with around 87 to 105 tanks modified. It was hard to get an exact total because they were converted from repaired tanks, so there is no sort of exact number to be found out, but there is a rough estimate of between 87 to 105 tanks were converted to these Wirbelwinds. And of course, these are armed with that quad 20mm cannon setup. It had a high fire rate, but of course a short range, and would eventually lead to the successor of this, which is the Ostwind, and hopefully we'll get one of those and check out that as well. And they are armed with the 37mm. These though were also pretty effective against light armored vehicles and troops. So you can imagine a high rate of fire and this pumping into a jeep or a troop formation. It would be quite effective. We will get this acrylic case off, of course. It always is good having these with these cases because that does keep that dust off, and it does have the weird ass screw on the base, of course, and I reckon this is a really nice looking one. It's got that beautiful three-tone camouflage scheme, which is pretty common sort of mid-late war. They were doing those little experimentations with their colours, and they did create a lot of specialised colour schemes on their tanks, and this is pretty cool. The tracks, the standard pliable, they do have a little bit of movement in them. Very similar, as I say, usually to your model tanks that you can buy in 1/72nd scale. But I think overall it does the turret move. It does have movement in there, so you can move this around, position it. I noticed on mine though, the 20mm guns, each bank is a little bit lopsided. I'm pretty sure all four guns are usually in the same position, in unison, to be shooting in the same direction. I don't think they're meant to be a little bit skewed like this one is, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is not a $100 model. It is far from that, and you wouldn't believe so because the amount of detail in this, it's got all the magazines in there for the 20mm as well. It's got some great detail in there, and you'd think you'd be paying a lot more than, like, you sort of get these for around the $20 market here in Australia, and that is pretty cheap, and I think that is a really good tank for that price, and especially die-cast. The hull itself, that's all die-cast. On this one, the turret is the plastic, so mainly it's the hull of this is the die-cast part. Wheels and the turret itself is all plastic, but it's still got a reasonable weight to it. But I reckon it is a pretty cool looking unit for sure. You can see the difference with those 20mm on this, how the right bank here is a little bit further up. That is a little bit disappointing, but I don't know if I'll be able to fix that or risk fixing that, because I will probably just snap the crap out of it if I try and do that. But I don't know, it'll probably eventually annoy me enough I will maybe try and do something about that. But at the moment, I am not going to touch it because I don't like breaking things on camera. It does annoy me a little bit. But I reckon this is pretty cool. And of course, we'll wind this video up. We'll put this on the deck over here and wind this video up for you. So if you enjoy a little bit of Wirbelwind, throw us one of those somewhere around there. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our armour reviews, and plus all our other reviews we do on die-cast aircraft and cars and everything like that as well. And plus our Warhammer 40k figures if you enjoy some of that as well. All right, of course, thank you very much for spending your time watching today. You saw the photos at the start. Check out this on the turntable without my grubby fingers all over it. And thank you very much for spending your valuable time in checking out another one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed this little Wirbelwind today. All right, guys, you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers.